Hi guys, and welcome to Veritas Gaming. This is Bobby. Today we're going to be looking over the main forums. This is also going to include the shout box, the main status bar, the status at the bottom of the website, a forum breakdown, and all of the different stuff that you're going to need to know about your account. So I'm going to leave a little button now below that's going to show you all the parts of the video if you need to find out some information about the site. So please do skip to that minute and then we will join you then. Thank you very much. Well guys, this is the main forums. As I said, this is one of the main areas for everyone to land on. Most people have got it bookmarked to here. The first thing you're going to see is a shout box. This is where a lot of the conversations go on VG. Going on there on the left hand side, you're now going to see the start of the forums. The right hand side is the status area. This is where if someone's got something to say, they leave posts. As you can see, there's plenty of posts giving lots of information about videos, posts and other things that are important to the clan. So if you've got something to say, why not say it there? Everyone always reads and comments and just likes to hear information from there. As we move down the page even more, you see different sections of the site. We even have our own TeamSpeak server which is built into the website. It's a very useful little tool and it shows who's online, and as unfortunately at the moment it's down, so it's always a good little tool to look on there. If you use the TeamSpeak VG server, it's a great little thing to see who's online if you want to get some games on PC. At the bottom here you see a little status bar. This is an interesting thing, not many people pay attention to it, but it's quite a useful little thing. It shows you not only the members who are active, but the people who are active on the shout box, which shows you who's to talk to. So if you've got an issue, rather than sending a PM to the person, you could always just say in the shout box, hey guys, can you fix this for me? And I'm sure someone will jump on it pretty quickly. It also shows the amount of posts that have been made on the site, the total number of members, and our newest member. It also has some random facts about the most people that have ever been online on the site, which is something totally random, but it's always a great thing to know. Knowing 72 people were online on the 12th of March 2012 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just something to know. From here, we're going to be moving up to here to introduce you to some of the other forums. This next section is one of the most important parts of VG, the VG shoutbox. This is a place where if you have an issue in-game or with your account, or anything to do with VG or real life, you just leave a message here and someone will get back to you quickly. It's not like the messenger system, where it requires someone to read a message. This here, it's right on front of the site, so if someone has the answer to your question, they can do it straight away. So as I say, this is something that's very much used by everyone. So, if you want to get together with some guys on the site, just, leave a message like, oh, you guys, on Black Ops 2, who's coming on? Leave that. They'll come and add you straight on PSN or Xbox Live or PC, and they'll jump on with you and have some really good games. As I said, it's really one of the most important parts of the site. You can either view it like this, which is on top of the forums, which is a great way to do it, and I love personally doing this. When you're cruising on the forums, you can be typing away on a forum post replying to something, and you can also be on this at the same time. What I like to do as well, sometimes if I'm doing some of the busier tasks, is you can click on the box that says VG Shoutbox on the grey lettering. If you click on that, it then opens you up into this page, which opens it in a separate little page, and it's again really useful. It gives you more options again. We use smileys, as you can see, quite heavily on the site. Really like a useful little thing, and really good to express your emotions, but obviously that's what they were designed for. So as I said, it's a great useful little tool, especially if you're new to the site. I mean, if you're totally new and you've never done anything like this before, be like, hey guys, I'm new, looking for some guys to get online with, and you're going to guarantee, like, people like Brido, Islick are usually on quite a lot, so they're always on PSN as well, so you can just be like, yeah guys, come on, let's get some games on, and go on, get teamed up and everything. That's some really good times. But yeah, that's pretty much it really. There isn't much more to say about the shoutbox. As I say, it's one of the most useful tools, and it's a really great way to get some information across, or help out other people. If you know the answer to something, just pop up there and be like, oh yeah man, this is how to do that, and everything like that. I mean, I do it all the time. You know, you get new guys come in, and it's like, oh no, what am I doing with my life? And you just like, well, you know, yeah, here's some information. This should help you, hopefully, you know, navigate your way around, and hopefully you find the information you're looking for. But as I say, it's a really great tool, and you know, I recommend using it as much as you can. Obviously, you know, it's used more than the forums virtually, you know, so just get on it, you know, send some messages around, just say hello to everyone, let know everyone who you are. It's a great way to talk to people. As I say, that's it, that's the shoutbox. Coming up next is a breakdown of the forums. This is one of the most important parts of this video. The forums are something that can be very complicated when they want to be. If you don't have a proper understanding of how to use them, it may put you off. And obviously we don't want that. We want you guys to enjoy your entire time, especially on the forums, because it's a great place to learn new stuff. What we're going to go through now is basically just the main sections. As you see here, the first part is a public information. This is somewhere where you want to keep an eye out, same as the VG information. This gives you everything you need to know about the site, so new updates, recruitment contests, promotions, demotions, people coming into the clan. This is where things will come up. So obviously these two sections are probably the most important of the whole thing. So keep your eye on these and don't just ignore them. Don't just you scroll past. Keep your eye on them. As I said, they've got some really important stuff in it, such as like this right here, staff vacancies. As you can see, there's a availability for a commanding officer. You might think, actually, you know, been on the site for a little while. Oh, I'll apply for that. As I say, keep your eye on those. The next one down is a training office and a recruitment office. These two are part of the departments that we have on the VG. These also are really important. Obviously, if you've got some friends that are coming to the site, you can see them here on the recruit section. This is where they're going to come in. This is also where you need to find anything like events. So if you've got things like, you know, Zombie Night on Black Ops, obviously this is where something's going to be posted up here in the COD events. Or something like Mike Myers on Battlefield, again, is where this is going to be posted. As we scroll down again, we're going to reach down to the recruitment office area, which again is kind of our little area to help bring in more members. So if you think you know some people that are interested in something like this, then feel free to leave a post up there and say, hey guys, you know, there's a great bunch of guys here, they're really looking for somewhere like this, you know, give them a shout. Moving on next, we're coming down to the supported game area. This is probably where you're going to spend most of your time. This is kind of like where your squad discussion is going to be. So obviously when you're placed into a squad, you're going to be part of a group of guys who are going on to game. This is where you need to check for your local updates for the game and for things that are, you know, coming up to be, you know, coming out now for the game. So we're looking at like, oh wait, well this week's practice we're going to be doing this, this and this. So, you know, come on with us during the week and we're going to practice some of the stuff that we're going to be doing to get it into your head. So as I said, you know, what you need to be looking for is these here, the squad discussions. Obviously they're on all of these, so you need to be on these like, oh yeah man, I really need to get onto that. So, you know, you go into there, so I'm going to take you onto an example, you know, you go into here and you can see like Blacklight squad discussion. It's basically an area for you to spend your time. It doesn't have to be all serious, it's kind of like you can joke and laugh, have a laugh with your squad mates, get to know them out of game. This next little area is the secure forums. This is where a lot of like discussion goes on outside of the squad discussions. Obviously, you know, this is kind of like where everyone gets together. So, you know, no matter what division you're from, this is where everyone comes together to discuss different things. You know, real life issues. You know, such as the elections for new president that have just come past. Things like that. You know, that have coming through in the real world, and you know, not just the real world, gaming world as such. You know, new titles like Black Ops were in there being discussed. You know, oh well, you know, should we support it? Shouldn't we? Obviously, we've gone with a decision to yes. Another thing here is the information technology area. This is where a lot of people, you know, who have got graphical and, you know, video editing skills come there to, you know, say, wow, you know, look at this, I can do this kind of thing. Basically, you can go in there and you can request, you know, say, well, you know, oh, I want to see new signature, you know, I want my profile to look really good. And you can say, well, can I have one? And then someone will come along and say, yeah, sure, you know, tell me what you want, and you give them kind of a rough idea, and you know, they'll pop back in a couple of days' time, and they'll create you something. and the guys we've got on there are absolutely fantastic. You know, they're a really great bunch of guys. They're so helpful. I mean, myself, you know, I've just started some graphical designs. I've gone in there and be like, I'm a total newbie. I don't know what I'm doing, and they just help. Just throw information at you, like you don't even believe it. They just throw stuff at you left, right, and centre, and it's so useful. But obviously, that's why I say the secure forums are brilliant. They are pretty much our help forums. So if you've got an issue, just go there. You know, make a little post and just be like, you know, I've got this issue with, say, you know, Battlefield 3. I found this is wrong with the game. You know, what should I do about it? And someone will come up and say, well, you know, try this, try that, kind of thing. Also, you know, as I said, the video media is another little place that you will find a lot of tutorial videos for the site. Obviously, the ones like I'm making now. And Luton, obviously, is one of the massive YouTubers out there, and obviously you find a lot of his videos out there, you know, some of his older ones and stuff like that, you know, information, especially for Battlefield, but obviously now he's started on Black Ops, stuff like that will be in there soon. But as I say, that's a really important little area, so, you know, as I said, keep an eye on that one, and no doubt you will find something that's helpful. Even, you know, it doesn't matter what you're interested in, you'll find something. Moving down to the next little area is the news media department, which is basically not being used right now, but basically that's going to be an inclusive for kind of like everyone to come together. So obviously, you know, we've got a news team, so basically they're going to come out with like, oh, new game titles coming out, you know, new updates for the website, new this, that, and that, you know, promotions, everything, or just going to be thrown together. You know, newsletters and things, you know, could be created in the future. So to say, you know, that's something to, you know, keep your spot on and just, you know, keep checking in once in a while. The final thing is the unsupported games discussion. This obviously is where, you know, we've got games, we've got a lot of members, you know, such as Gran Turismo 5, where, you know, members are like, well, we really like this game, but obviously there's no, like, you can't, with Gran Turismo 5, you can't really be competitive. You can obviously, you know, inter-clan kind of like, as a little, you know, mess around and say, oh, well, I can get on the track quicker than you can, kind of thing. And we've done some fun nights on that, and they've been amazing, you know, just to kind of like see who's best out of each other. It's still a really great laugh, and obviously being VG is a really tight-knit community. So as I say, you know, if you've got a game that, you know, you think we shouldn't necessarily support as competitiveness, but you think, you know, something like, as I say, you know, Assassin's Creed 3, then, you know, this is a place to put up and say, look guys, you know, I know we don't support it, but I think it's a really good game, and maybe we should just put up a little post and say, I really enjoy this, so why don't more members come together and we can play it online. Obviously, you know, things like FIFA and Gran Turismo 5 are that, they're, you know, kind of competitive, so we can have fun nights on those and, you know, build that into the clan a bit more. But as I say, that's the forums, so moving on next. In this final section, I'm going to be showing you how to create a thread and reply to posts. Creating a thread is pretty simple. As you can see here, I've just gone into one of the general discussions and you can see all the threads that have been created previously. It's simple enough to create a thread. All you need to do is click up the top right hand side here that says Start New Topic. This brings up a page just like this. This is where you can now create a brand new topic. First of all, you need to enter a topic title. So if you're going to post something about, you know, different things that are coming up, so such as ideas here that I've used before. Topic description is totally optional. This is kind of like, you know, just a little brief description. You know, if you want to give someone, you know, before they read it, if just say, you know, important, you can put it in there and it just gives them a little bit more idea. The topic itself is very much, again, like the shout box. It's fully BB active, so you can edit it with kind of commands, you know, to give it boldness and everything like that. But obviously, as I said, you know, you don't really need to because you have everything you need just up here. Inserting images is very easy. All you need to do is give a link to the image, a direct link to the image, and you click Insert Image. It then creates the image in here as a full image. This doesn't come up as the image tags, it does it fully. It's very much the same for things such as videos, which you use Insert Media, which works. You just paste the YouTube link in there and it creates a great big YouTube box which fits perfectly in the forums. Apart from that, it's pretty much simple. There isn't anything else really that you can do to create a topic. Once a topic has been posted and someone's replied to it, it's pretty simple to create a reply to that. What I'm going to do now is just show you very quickly how to create a reply, so that, you know, you can kind of quote the guy who's replied to you. Now we're in one of the threads that has been replied to. As you can see, these are all the replies that have been made by people. As you say, you can see the signature, their avatar, their rank, and the post they've made. Very much some of the information that you can see on the account. As you scroll right down to the bottom, you reach a point that says reply. There's a fast reply button here, which I use most of the time and most people use. This doesn't require you needing to quote someone. Say I wanted to quote Dynamite Tiger here. If I just wanted to quote him on his own, I click reply directly to this post, and that would take me to this page. This page here would give you a coded reply of exactly what Dynamite Tiger said. This is including all images and modes. This here then would allow you to write below here where it says quote. You can type whatever you want to reply. You can also use the same thing again as creating a thread with all the images and all of your access to the BB code in. And that's pretty much for it replying. When it comes to replying at multiple posts at once, there's a very simple way to do this. Rather than replying to each individual one at a time, which takes a lot of time, yes, it does bump your post count up, but it does take a long time. Very quick way to do this. Basically, you select the post you want, so I'm going to use Dynamite Tiger's one here. You click multi-quote, you then scroll down to the next one, multi-quote, and then you say, oh, I don't actually want to see that one, I don't really mind about that. You then come down here and you click add reply. As you can see here, it's successfully quoted both of them. You can also now type in between both the posts, quote both at once, so you can give a reply to this post and this post at the same time, without having to post 3 or 4 times just to reply to 2 or 3 things. It makes it a lot more simple and a lot less time consuming. So next time you're on the forums, just consider that. Think, well, why do I have to quote them, 3 or 4 different times in separate posts? Just quote them all at the same time. Now, as you can see in the final section of this video is all about accounts. As you can see here, I'm using my own account just to help you give a little bit of a reference to see what it's going to look like. As you can see, a lot of people use this thing, as their little personal space to describe themselves, and obviously that's the About Me page just there on the right hand side. Obviously, I use that again, to go through myself, my own history, what I've done in life, kind of things like that. I've also put in, my gaming stuff, and then I've done my VG awards, all of my ribbons, my badges, my medals that I've been rewarded, and then my signature is right at the bottom here with a few little gifs on there as well, which all show up on my signature forum posts. We just go up here a little bit more. The left hand side is where your avatar will be displayed. This also gives you the option to add someone as a friend, send them a message, and find the stuff that they've done on the forums. Also, it says display name history. This kind of does the same thing as find my content. It gives you a little bit of information on how to, what they've done, kind of where they posted, what they're doing in the site. And just below that, you get the group. This group is kind of wrongly named almost. It should be rank. That's their given rank there. So, I'm the Brigadier General because I'm given as a Division Officer of Medal of Honor. Just below that, it gives their active posts. This isn't a true post count. This shows you how many posts of theirs are still active and how many posts on average they post per day. Moving on now, as I previously stated, the About Me page is a great little thing for you to express yourself. It's something that's really easily edited, and everything I also like on the forums is all BB coded, so you can kind of add everything in, same as images and everything. I'm just going to really briefly show you how to do it. I'm not going to give it a huge complex design like my one, but I'm just going to show you kind of a little idea how to do it, something like that. Once you click the edit my profile button, you need to just come up to this page here which will say change profile information. Once you've done that, just click down here to change About Me page, and basically it's going to come you to this page here. Usually your page will be blank, there won't be any of this in here, and there won't be any images or text. All you need to do is just type in what you want to say, which will come up like this in grey writing, and obviously you'll have all your censor controls and all your text controls over here with your font sizes and styles. As I said earlier on the forums, you can't just paste it as an image code, you need to put them in image tags, or if you're lazy like me, click the insert image and then you just paste your link in like that, and it then brings it out. Now what I've just done there will then show up very much just like this. It'll look exactly like this. I've just put these in here to show you what happens just in case you accidentally paste them in. But once you've done that, it will look just like that. And this little section here is just about signatures. Pretty much the same as the changing the About Me page. You come onto your page and you click Edit My Profile. Once you've done that, it comes up into Change Profile Information and you come down to Change Signature. Again, it's the same editor, exactly the same editor as across the whole website. It's BB coded and everything. Just make sure that obviously you don't paste just the links, make sure they're all wrapped up in image codes and everything. As I said, that's pretty much it, and as I mentioned earlier on the forums, if you need a new signature and you don't know how to make one, then just pop along to the forum signatures and you just leave a post in there and someone will get back to you. Or just use one of the signature shops. There are plenty of guys out there that are more than willing to spend their time and help you out by designing you some new stuff. So as I said, just pop in there, have a look around and see what you can find. In this final little section, I just want to cover the messenger for you guys. Some of you guys are a little bit unsure how to use it. It's very simple. Wherever you're on the website, you're always going to have this top control panel up here. As you can see, it says Messenger 1 new, and you're like, oh my, I have a new message. And you go along and you check it and you find, oh, well, Bobby sent you a message. To read it, it's very simple. All you need to do is click hello, or whatever the name of the message is. You then scroll down and then you can read it. It's exactly the same as the forums. There's nothing complicated to it. It comes up with the same full reply, so you can reply whichever you like. So you can add codes, add videos, bold text, italic text, underline text, everything that you can do on the forums you can do in the messages. But as I say, it's the same with the replies and the multi-quotes as well. Once you have more than one reply to a post, it's very simple to navigate. But as I say, there's nothing really complicated to it. It's a really easy system to use. And if any of you guys are ever wondering about how to create a new PM, when you're actually in your main inbox, basically all you need to do is click on the Create New. See the message button right here? It's Compose New. Basically all you need to do is click that button and it will bring you to this page. And with this page, basically you need to type in the recipient's name. You only need to type in the first three. So like this right here, it's now going to search for me. I hope. Doesn't usually come up down there. You can basically add up to 5 of the recipients. As you head up the chain of command, you'll basically realise that you can add more and more and more and more people. As I say, that's kind of carbon copy, and you can also choose if you want them as an invitation so they can join in the conversation, you can click it as an invitation. The carbon copy is more like, it's not really used on the site, to be honest. It's just it's just there. Again, very much as creating a new post on the forums. The message subject gives them an idea of what the subject's around, and then you fill in this part here with whatever the message is about. As I say, Messenger isn't a hugely used thing, it's more kind of a serious kind of thing, but obviously the shout box is where everyone discusses most of the topics. So as I say, stick to the shout box and you can't go far wrong. But that's it for the Messenger. Well guys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I certainly have. I know that it's been quite long, but I hope you've learned a lot from it. If you have any more questions or issues, please feel free to get hold of your squad staff or your chain of command, and I'm sure they'll be more than happy to help. Also, I'm going to leave some links below. I want you to all have a look through if you can. Sure to give you a bit more help to get through the forums and kind of give you a few ideas what to post and everything. But as I say, that's everything from me, guys. So don't forget, please subscribe, like and comment the videos. That'd be much appreciated. Bobby out.